Americans are being kept in the dark about how and why they're being followed by the nation's security agency. A civil liberties group in the U.S. asked the FBI to spell out what techniques it's using when it tracks citizens. But as Gayane Chichyakyan explains, the reply raised more questions than answers.
Everybody knows that the FBI uses all sorts of tracking devices on cars, cell phones, and whatnot, everything that can carry GPS. The American Civil Liberties Union filed a request under the Freedom of Information Act asking for the Justice Department to reveal the FBI's guidelines, their internal memos as to how and under what circumstances they track people. As of now, there is no clear understanding among Americans of when they will be subjected to tracking, possibly for months at a time, or whether the government will first get a warrant. This is the Justice Department's response. More than 100 pages of completely redacted material, except for the title. So to the question how, when, and why the government can track its citizens, the FBI responded with this. Takes a lot of ink to print out something like this. Some artistic souls may think of the painting Black Square by Malevich. We're certainly not sure of the artistic intentions of the U.S. Justice Department or the meanings they put into these black pages, but for civil liberties advocates here, this is what government secrecy looks like. Actually, it was last month when President Obama signed a bill that essentially allows the government to spy on anyone they want under some kind of a general warrant as opposed to an individual warrant. In other words, it allows the National Security Agency to vacuum up as much private communication as possible with something like a promise on the authorities' part to be really careful about when and how they look at it. But civil liberties advocates argue that the Bill of Rights is not about the government's promises of good intentions, but about legal guarantees. So President Obama may be very convincing when he talks about individual freedoms. We heard the words in his inaugural speech this Monday. But here is the FBI version of that freedom.